Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Dan from the Travel in Time Show, where I mix travel, history, and leadership lessons. Today I am in the wonderful Fort Myers at the winter estate, the winter vacation homes of Edison and Ford. If you look over my shoulder, the red roof there is Edison, part of Edison's winter home, and over my shoulder with the grayish roof there, the grayish house with the grayish roof there, that's the Ford home. Now, these guys have such an amazing story. Everybody should know this story. Now, Ford, he was probably about 19 years younger than Edison, and he was up in New York at like a convention, a conference that like Edison was putting on, and Edison was like his hero, and he got to meet Edison. And when he met Edison, he told him all about his gasoline-powered quadricycle. Now, Edison, remember, he's the electricity guy, right? So you would think he would try to shut Ford down with a gasoline motor, but he didn't. He looked at it and he said, "My boy, I think you got something there. You keep working on that. I think you might have something there." And that just lit a fire under Ford and made Ford just adore Edison, and they would become lifelong friends. Okay, so now who are these two men? If you're not sure, just a real quick thing. Edison, most people think he's the guy that invented the light bulb, okay? But he didn't just invent the light bulb. It was already there. He just made the light bulb way better. And not only did he make the light bulb way better, but he invented the electrical grid to make sure that those light bulbs had a way of lighting up. Right? They like lit up like New York City, like New Jersey. I mean, could you imagine going that extra mile? That's not going the extra mile to get your light bulb to work. I don't know what is, right? And Ford, what's Ford known for? The younger entrepreneur, he's probably known for like making the car. Some people would say like maybe the assembly line. Like Edison, he did not invent that stuff. That stuff was already there. Cars were already there, but they were there for like rich people. So Ford's going to make the car better and more affordable so the common person can have it. The assembly line, he did not invent the assembly line. The assembly line was already there, right? Other candy machine companies were using it. The gun companies were using it. But Ford's going to make the assembly line way better, all right? And like Edison, oh boy, is he going to go the extra mile. Not only is he going to invent a better car, the gasoline motor, he's going to make it so the common person can afford it, right? His workers, he's going to double their pay. He's going to bring the car price down to like $500. So his workers, probably for the first time in U.S. history, the workers can actually afford the product that they're working on. All right, how's that? Is that cool or what? All right, now, something you need to learn about these guys. They had like a mentor-mentee relationship. Edison, he'd gotten kicked around a lot. 10,000 failed attempts to create a light bulb where people were all over him saying he couldn't do it, right? But he was like, I just found a bunch of ways it doesn't work. And I was getting closer to the right way every time, all right? So later in life, when Ford is being kicked around by the world for his failures, Edison's like, hang in there, boy, hang in there, my boy. And he mentored him to get through those hard times. That mentorship turned into a friendship, all right? A lifelong friendship where they will buy homes here together. They will go camping together. Later in Edison's life, when he needed a wheelchair, Ford bought him a wheelchair. Then Ford bought himself a wheelchair, and they used to have real wheelchair races around the estate here, right? How's that for fun? And it is said that Ford had a tube, and when Edison took his last breath, Ford captured Edison's last breath in the tube. How wild is that? How's that for a friendship, right? A lasting, daring friendship. Okay, so what's the leadership lesson here? Well, obviously, it's dreaming bigger and better. Looking at things that already exist and making them better. And going the extra mile to maybe put your light bulb in position, in place. All right? Same with the car. All right? Go the extra mile. Make it better. You don't have to find something new. You can find something that's already there and make it better. Even if you got to go the extra mile to put your idea into use. Or a whole bunch of extra miles. All right? Mentorship. Mentor-mentee. All right? That's huge on leadership. And guess what? It's been said before. I'm going to say it again. All right? From that mentor-mentee relationship, they develop lifelong relationships, friendships. Hey, listen to me. Listen to me close. This is a huge leadership lesson. Relationships are everything. You have to have those relationships. They're everything. All right. So as I'm closing this out, this Travel in Time show with Dan, where I mix travel with leadership and with history. I don't know where I'm going to be in my next episode, but you can be sure to be somewhere good. And thank you for spending some time with me on today's episode. And I will catch up with you again real soon. You take care now.